morning to our MUET examiner and fellow candidates. Personally, I feel the most important characteristic for good student is to come well prepared for class. Briefly take a look before class is essential to a good student in order to take part in any academic discussion. For example, we need to read newspapers to get latest news from other social medias before entering general study class. We need to know the general knowledge from different fields such as politics, sports, education, and so on. Next, I would like to highlight that well prepared means that including electronic materials. The materials like writing instrument, paper, and also laptop should be prepared by students. A good example is we need laptop to complete our PowerPoint presentation, which we can come out with attractive slideshows and some animations, while paper and notebook is to take down the important points during lesson. Another point that I would like to emphasize is good students need to be mentally prepared. If one comes prepared, they can be focused on during their lessons, and then the likeliness of succeeding in their class is greater too. They can get better result in their examination if they are focused in class. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you. Candidate B.
A very good morning to MUET examiner and fellow candidates. According to the task given, today I would like to talk about participates actively in classroom is the most important characteristic of a good student. Firstly, participation provides student-teachers feedback. When students answer or try to explain, teachers can see their extent of understanding. They can correct or help the students to correct what the students haven't got right or don't see quite clearly. The next point that I would like to point out is participation can be used to develop important speaking skills. In many professional contexts, people need to be able to speak up in a group. They may need to offer information, ask questions, or argue for a different solution. So by participating actively in classroom, students can improve their speaking skills. Participation also engages students. A good question can raise their interest, makes them wonder why, get them to think, and motivate them to make connections with the content. Another point that I would like to emphasize is participation can be used to promote preparation. For instance, if an instructor regularly calls on students and asks questions about assigned reading or what's in their notes in the previous class sessions, the students will come to class prepared. So in a nutshell, I feel that participates actively in classroom is the most important characteristic of a good student because it provides students teachers feedback, can be used to develop important speaking skills, engages students, and also can be used to promote preparation. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you, Candidate B. We move on to Candidate C. Lisa.
Good morning to my MUET examiner and fellow candidates. Today, I would like to talk about good students display certain characteristics. In my opinion, I think that the most important characteristic of a good student is volunteers to help others. Volunteers to help others able to increase self-confidence. When students encounter material and volunteer to discuss and learning with friends, this may be helpful to increase our own knowledge because we are dealing with vocabulary work, math problem, or word tense. The discussion provides an opportunity to try the language associated with new topic and enable us increase our confidence. Throughout trial, error, and immediate feedback, student now will feel more confident to express his or her idea. Moreover, I feel that volunteer to help others also creating connection with people. Volunteering allows us to meet a wide variety of people from different fields. Therefore, This provides us a good opportunity to practice and develop our social skills. Example, when we volunteer to help others, we might have interaction with them even though we are not so closer to each other. This easier us to make friends with others. In conclusion, I think that volunteers to help others is the most important characteristic of a good student. Thank you.
Alright, thank you candidate C. Now we move on to candidate D.
Good morning to our MUET examiner and all fellow candidates. And as we all know, a good student will always be the apple of our teacher's eyes. Hence, in my opinion, I feel that the most important characteristic of a good student is obeying rules and regulations. Why I said so? First, rules are intended to protect students against danger. So, as a good student, we should show the awareness of the rules and shows that you believe your personal safety is important. For example, a good student believes the school's rules can protect their personal safety. For instance, staying in school during school hours, prevent talking to strangers, and so on. And second, I would like to emphasize that obeying rules and regulations show that you respect your peers and consider their personal safety to be utmost importance. It also demonstrates that you believe that education of your peers is vital to their future well-being. For example, rules are meant to govern your appearance. It is used to minimize classroom distractions. Hence, it allows your classmates to focus on their studies instead of your clothing. And secondly, obedience to school rules is important for your relationship with your teachers. This demonstrates that you care about your education. For instance, submitting your homework and assignment on time. Don't procrastinate your work. And this can leave a good impression for your teacher. And if
Alright, time's up.
okay, thank